While I've been away playing stockman, Robin's given Daisy a clean bill of health. All that's left to do is a controlled test flight. Vast, remote and arid, the outback is often described as the never never, and after our experience, I'm not surprised. But however battered and bruised we are by the Flinders, it's done nothing to kill our spirits.
We've got each other, and that's a lot. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, 'cause baby, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer.
Big guitar solo coming up, Robin. Grind that out. Come on, son, big finish. Hello, Wembley.
So we've left the sort of barren, desolate, rustic charm of the outback, and the scenery is now gently morphed into more temperate, undulating hills.
The best flight of my life was flying right across the Swiss Alps. There's a lovely balloon meet in winter in January.
We're in the middle of the Barossa Valley, which is the famous wine-producing region of Australia.
And I flew 200 miles in 4 hours. Breathtaking views in that gin-clear.
6 hours, 400 miles and countless stories later, we arrive at our destination. The Barossa's home to some of Australia's oldest vineyards, now famous for growing Shiraz grapes. Shiraz like temperate weather, and after our run-in with the Flinders Ranges winds, I look forward to a few days of that myself. After an eventful landing in South Australia's Flinders Ranges, I'm grateful to be in the Barossa Valley, where there's nothing but rolling hills and gentle winds.
Well, if it stays like this, lovely cut stubble fields, I'll be a happy bunny. But I kind of think we're going to head into...
somebody's vineyard.
I know. I must not land in a vineyard.
As the Barossa is named after a famous 18th century battle where the British beat the French, I'm quietly confident it's a good omen for our upcoming balloon competition in New South Wales. Looking down at the rows of vines, it's not hard to believe that Australia is one of the top 4 wine exporters in the world.
This area was mainly where the German settlers came.
Yeah.
About 1850.
Yes, there's still a strong influence. It's interesting to think of all those early settlers choosing a big, arid, harsh place like Australia, but they've succeeded.
The industry has certainly come a long way from its early days when vines from the Cape of Good Hope were brought out by the First Fleet to Botany Bay. Attempts at growing the vines failed, and it wasn't until the German immigrants to the Barossa Valley brought their winemaking knowledge that things really got going.
So the vista's changed quite dramatically from the outback. It's much more agricultural. There's farm buildings dotted around everywhere. I think some of the most famous names you get around here, Wolf Blass and Penfold.
Yes.
The first bottle of red wine I ever saw in a British shop would be early 70s, and it was called Kanga Rouge. It looks like little strips of green corduroy.
They do, don't they? Just slightly worn. I never would normally guarantee, but I'll do my best to promise you a lovely, gentle landing this time.
Well, in comparison, anything will be a gentle landing.
Yeah. about 18 miles an hour. We can find, yeah, exactly. Chicken feed.
That's nothing.
Landing in 30 seconds. And we'll bounce a bit. Ready? 5 feet, 4 feet, 3 feet, 2 feet, 1 feet. Okay, we're down, and we've stopped. Whew. Well, Stephen, welcome back to terra firma.
Indeed. Nice landing, Skip.
Thanks.
Oh, that was a blissful landing. Oh, that was lovely.
That flight has it's brought all the normal delights of ballooning flooding back.
Exactly.
I mean, the contrast in emotions just in 2 or 3 days, it's ridiculous. To be honest, I almost thought I'd never get in a basket again. I dare not put it into words. It was the most difficult landing I think I've ever done.
Yeah, I would confidently say that confidence is completely restored.
Ah, welcome back.
All's good.
How was it?
It's fantastic.
There's a tradition in ballooning to toast your landing with a glass of champagne. It started in the 1700s in France, when balloonists gave frightened farmers bubbly to convince them they weren't from outer space.
Nothing to it, really.
With no champagne on hand, a visit to a winery is the next best thing.